Don't scroll. If you're single, this Christmas brings your soulmate. Please don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now, not later, not after, but right now in this exact moment, because you didn't land here by accident and you didn't pause on this randomly, and the quiet pull you feel in your chest is not imagination, it's recognition. It's the universe tapping you on the shoulder and saying, pay attention, listen to this. Because if you are single right now, this Christmas carries a shift with your name on it, not a fantasy, not a fairy tale, but a divinely timed alignment that has been preparing quietly while you were healing, learning, and choosing yourself when it would have been easier to settle. Don't scroll, because I need you to hear this as a spiritual message speaking directly to you. Your season of waiting was not punishment, it was protection, and the reason love felt distant wasn't because you were unworthy, it was because you were being refined, awakened, and positioned for something real. Listen to this, because the universe doesn't rush soul connections, it prepares the hearts that will hold them, and you've been feeling it lately. Haven't you? The softness returning, the hope without desperation, the calm that shows up even when you think about love, that's readiness. Don't scroll, because angel numbers didn't start following you for no reason. Seeing 11. 11 when you think about new beginnings, 222 when you wonder if timing will ever work, 444 when you feel protected even while alone. These are confirmations whispering that alignment is active, that heaven is involved, that this Christmas is not empty for you. Listen to this, because there is someone connected to your destiny who has been walking their own path of awakening, learning their own lessons, healing their own wounds, and the reason your paths couldn't cross before now is because timing matters when it comes to souls, growth matters, maturity matters, and God does not bring two hearts together until both can meet with honesty and peace. Don't scroll, because this connection will not arrive with chaos or confusion, it will arrive with familiarity, grounding, and clarity, like something finally clicking into place. Listen to this, because your spiritual awakening changed everything. The moment you stopped chasing validation, stopped begging for clarity, stopped confusing intensity for love, the universe shifted the timeline, and now what's coming won't require you to lose yourself to keep it. Don't scroll, because Christmas carries an energy of revelation, courage, and softened hearts, and for you it may come as an unexpected message, a gentle introduction, a chance meeting, or a conversation that feels divinely arranged, and it won't feel loud, it will feel right. Listen to this. Because right before aligned love appears, doubt often tries to whisper old fears, reminding you of disappointment, reminding you of heartbreak, reminding you of times you believed and got hurt. But hear this louder than your fear. You are not the same person you were then, and what's coming is not the same experience. Don't scroll, because the universe does not repeat lessons you've already learned, it brings new blessings that match your growth. Listen to this, because you've learned discernment, patience, and self-respect, and those qualities are magnets for healthy love, not obstacles to it. Don't scroll, because the soulmate energy approaching you does not come to fill a void, it comes to share wholeness, to walk beside you, to meet you in peace, and that's why you had to become comfortable being single first. Listen to this, because God does not send partners to complete you, He sends partners to complement the person you've already become. Don't scroll, because if you've been feeling hopeful but calm, open but not desperate, that's alignment. That's your soul saying I'm ready without saying I need. Listen to this. Because Christmas is symbolic for you this year, it's about arrival, not absence, about warmth, not loneliness, about truth, not illusion, and when this unfolds you will understand why every closed door closed, why every almost relationship ended, why every delay happened. Don't scroll, because nothing was wasted, everything was preparing you for a love that can stay. Listen to this, because the universe speaks in timing when words are not enough, and December carries a frequency of honesty, courage, and new beginnings. And your heart is tuned to it now. Don't scroll, because the next connection you experience will recognize you without effort. You won't have to explain your worth, you won't have to wonder where you stand, you won't have to question intentions. It will feel steady, grounded, and mutual. Listen to this, because peace is the sign now. Peace is how you'll know this is real, not butterflies mixed with anxiety, not longing mixed with doubt, but calm mixed with excitement. Don't scroll, because your soul has been praying for this without knowing how to put it into words, and heaven has been listening. Listen to this, because I need you to hear this as if God Himself is speaking directly to you right now. I saw your patience, I saw your restraint, I saw how you chose growth when you could have chosen bitterness, and I did not forget your desire for love. I was preparing it. Don't scroll, because I did not ask you to walk alone forever. I asked you to walk alone until you were ready to walk with someone who could honor your heart. Listen to this, because what I am bringing into your life will not confuse you, it will confirm you. It will not drain you, it will restore you, and it will not rush you, it will respect you. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not about proving anything, it's about receiving what aligns with who you've become. Listen to this, because if your chest feels warm reading this, that's your spirit recognizing truth, and if emotion rises without panic, that's healing, not sadness. Don't scroll, because your job right now is not to search, chase, or force outcomes. Your job is to stay open, present, and faithful, and I am handling the rest. Listen to this, because nothing meant for you will miss you, nothing aligned with your soul will arrive late, and nothing real requires you to suffer to prove its worth. Don't scroll, because if this message touched your heart, if it feels like it was speaking directly to you, I want you to comment, I receive it, and claim the alignment. Speaking it anchors it, and stay connected. Subscribe to this channel, because you are not meant to walk this season alone. And I will continue to speak clarity, comfort, and confirmation into your journey. And hear this final whisper as if God Himself is placing His hand over your heart. Trust me, rest your spirit, and know that this Christmas is not empty, it is divinely prepared for you, and love is closer than you think. Don't scroll. Stay right here and listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now, especially if you're trying to act unbothered. Especially if you're telling yourself you're fine being single, because beneath that calm there is a quiet hope that never left, and the universe knows it. Listen to this, because the season you are in right now is not random, it is deliberate, it is sacred, and it is preparing you for a meeting that will feel strangely familiar, like recognition rather than discovery, and I need you to hear this clearly. This Christmas is not about loneliness for you, it is about alignment finally stepping into the physical world. Don't scroll, because while you've been learning to enjoy your own company, healing old wounds, and choosing peace over chasing, someone connected to your destiny has been doing the same work in a different place, under different circumstances, but guided by the same divine timing. Listen to this. Because soulmates don't just meet when they want to, they meet when they're ready, and readiness is not desire, it's maturity, it's emotional availability, it's the ability to show up without fear. Don't scroll, because the universe has been clearing space in your life, removing distractions, closing doors that looked promising but felt heavy, and you may have questioned why things didn't work out, why conversations faded, why sparks didn't turn into something real. But hear this now. Every ending protected the arrival that's coming. Listen to this, because angel numbers have been appearing as gentle reminders that you are not forgotten. Seeing 111 when you think about new beginnings, 222 when you wonder if patience will pay off, 333 when you feel encouraged to trust the process, 444 when you feel held even in moments of doubt. These are confirmations that this Christmas carries more than lights and decorations for you. It carries a turning point. Don't scroll, because there is someone whose heart is being softened right now, someone who has been through their own disappointments, their own healing, their own realizations about what love truly requires, and the reason you couldn't meet them before is because both of you needed to learn how to stand whole on your own before standing together. Listen to this, because God does not send partners to rescue us from loneliness, He sends partners to walk with us in purpose. Don't scroll, because the connection coming toward you will not arrive with mixed signals, emotional games, or confusion. It will feel steady, calm, and intentional, and that calm might surprise you if you've been conditioned to associate love with anxiety and intensity. But peace is the sign now. Listen to this, because peace means alignment, peace means safety, peace means sustainability. Don't scroll, because this Christmas may bring a moment that seems small on the surface but feels massive in your spirit, a conversation that lingers, an introduction that feels effortless, an encounter that stays with you long after it ends, and you'll know in that moment that something has shifted. Listen to this, because you didn't wait all this time just to repeat old patterns, and the universe will not bring you back to lessons you already learned. It brings you forward into experiences that match your growth. Don't scroll, because your spiritual awakening changed the timeline. The moment you stopped asking why no one chose you and started choosing yourself, the moment you stopped forcing connections and started trusting alignment, everything rearranged. Listen to this, because you are no longer attracting from need, you are attracting from wholeness, and wholeness attracts a different kind of love. Don't scroll, because the soulmate energy approaching you is not looking to complete you, it's looking to meet you, to recognize you, to walk beside you. And that's why this connection will feel natural instead of forced. Listen to this, because the universe doesn't bring soulmates through chaos, it brings them through clarity, and clarity is what you've been cultivating quietly. Don't scroll, because you may notice that you're less attached to outcomes now, less desperate for timelines, less anxious about the future, and that's not giving up. That's trusting. Listen to this, because trust opens doors that effort never could, and God responds when you release control with faith. Don't scroll, because Christmas carries a frequency of softened hearts, honesty, and courage, and this year that frequency is aligned with your path, and you may not know exactly how it will unfold yet, but you don't need to, because alignment doesn't ask for certainty. It asks for openness. Listen to this, because if doubt tries to creep in, reminding you of past heartbreak, past disappointment, past moments where you hoped and were let down, remember this. You are not the same person anymore, and what's coming is not the same experience. Don't scroll, because your heart has learned discernment, your spirit has learned patience, and your mind has learned peace. And those lessons matter. Listen to this, because love aligned with destiny does not rush you, it meets you where you are and grows with you. Don't scroll, because you were never meant to spend this season questioning your worth. You were meant to spend it receiving confirmation of it. Listen to this, because God has not been silent, He has been strategic, aligning paths, timing encounters, preparing hearts, including yours. Don't scroll, because what's approaching you will not require you to lower your standards, explain your needs, or silence your intuition. It will honor all three. Listen to this, because this is the kind of love that feels calm on the first meeting and deepens with time. Not the kind that burns fast and disappears. Don't scroll, because the universe values longevity over intensity, and that's why patience was required. Listen to this, because if you've been feeling a quiet excitement without knowing why, a sense that something good is approaching but you're not anxious about it, that's alignment. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not about being alone in a room full of people. It's about feeling seen, recognized, and chosen. Listen to this, because I need you to hear this as if God Himself is speaking directly to you. I did not keep you single to punish you, I kept you single to prepare you. I was protecting your heart while shaping your future. Don't scroll, because I am not late, and neither is what I am bringing into your life. Listen to this, because what is meant for you will arrive when it can stay, not when it can just excite you. Don't scroll, because if this message resonates, if your heart feels calm and emotional at the same time, that is confirmation, and I want you to comment, I trust the timing, and let that be your declaration. Speaking it anchors it, and stay connected. Subscribe to this channel, because this journey is still unfolding, and I will continue to share messages meant to guide, comfort, and confirm you. And hear this final whisper as you breathe. You are not forgotten, you are not late, and this Christmas carries a meaning that will make sense of every season you walked alone. Don't scroll. Stay right here and listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now. Even if you've been telling yourself you're okay being single, even if you've learned how to smile through holidays, because something deep inside you still believes that love hasn't passed you by, and you're right, listen to this, because what's unfolding for you this Christmas is not about chance or luck, it's about divine timing finally lining up with readiness. And that readiness didn't come easily. It came through nights of self-reflection, moments of letting go, and seasons where you chose growth over comfort. Don't scroll, because the universe has been watching how you healed instead of hardened, how you stayed open without being reckless, how you learned to sit with loneliness without letting it define you, and those choices shifted your timeline. Listen to this, because while you were becoming more grounded, more aware, more at peace with yourself, someone connected to your destiny was doing the same work somewhere else, learning similar lessons through different experiences. And soulmates don't collide randomly, they converge when both souls are finally capable of meeting without fear. Don't scroll, because the reason things didn't work out before wasn't because you were too much or not enough, it was because the timing wasn't aligned with who you were becoming. And God does not bring people into your life who can't grow with you. Listen to this, because angel numbers have been appearing as quiet encouragement, 111 showing up when new beginnings cross your mind, 222 when you're learning patience and balance, 333 when you feel supported even in uncertainty, 444 when you feel protected in your solitude. These are signs reminding you that your season of singleness had purpose. Don't scroll, because the universe doesn't ask someone to walk alone without preparing something meaningful ahead. Listen to this, because this Christmas carries a frequency of softened hearts, honest intentions, and courageous beginnings, and for you it may arrive in a way that feels unexpectedly simple, a conversation that flows, a meeting that feels natural, a connection that doesn't trigger anxiety but instead brings calm curiosity, and that calm is important. Don't scroll, because calm is how aligned love announces itself, not through chaos or emotional highs and lows, but through peace that feels unfamiliar if you've only known intensity. Listen to this, Because you've been rewiring what love means to you, you've learned that love isn't supposed to cost your peace, your self-respect, or your sense of self, and that lesson was necessary for what's coming now. Don't scroll, because the soulmate energy approaching you is not drawn to who you were when you were seeking validation, it's drawn to who you are now, whole, self-aware, and emotionally present. Listen to this. Because wholeness attracts differently, it doesn't pull people who want to take, it draws people who want to give. Don't scroll, because the universe has been removing distractions, closing doors that looked exciting but felt draining, and each ending made room for alignment, even if it didn't feel like it at the time. Listen to this, because nothing was taken from you without purpose, and nothing meant for you was delayed without reason. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not about filling a gap. It's about recognizing someone who feels familiar in a way you can't explain, like your spirit already knows them, and that recognition won't overwhelm you, it will ground you. Listen to this, because soul recognition doesn't scream, it settles, it brings a sense of, this makes sense, not, I'm afraid to lose this. Don't scroll, because fear-driven love rushes, but aligned love arrives with patience, and patience is what you've been learning, even on days you felt tired of waiting. Listen to this. Because waiting doesn't mean standing still, it means growing quietly, and that growth has prepared you to receive love without losing yourself. Don't scroll, because your spiritual awakening has sharpened your intuition. You notice red flags faster, you listen to your inner voice more, and you no longer ignore discomfort just to keep someone close, and that discernment is protection. Listen to this, because God does not bring blessings into chaos, He brings them into order, and order is what you've been creating in your life. Don't scroll. Because this Christmas energy is not about grand gestures or dramatic confessions, it's about sincerity, consistency, and mutual effort, and that may surprise you if you expected fireworks, but lasting love doesn't need fireworks to be powerful. Listen to this, because what's coming will feel steady from the start, not perfect, but intentional, not overwhelming, but reassuring. Don't scroll, because the universe has been aligning circumstances, timing encounters, and softening hearts in ways you cannot see yet, and you don't need to see the whole picture to trust that something good is approaching. Listen to this, because trust is the bridge between where you are and what's meant for you, and you've been building that bridge slowly through faith. Don't scroll, because doubt may try to whisper old stories, reminding you of times you hoped and were disappointed, but hear this louder than your fear. You are not repeating the past, you are stepping into something new. Listen to this, because new experiences require new versions of you, and you've become that version. Don't scroll, because the connection coming into your life will not require you to explain your boundaries, defend your needs, or minimize your feelings. It will respect them naturally. Listen to this, because respect is love in action, and action is what matters now. Don't scroll, because if you've been feeling a quiet excitement, a sense that something meaningful is close but you're not anxious about it, that's alignment. Listen to this, because alignment feels like peace mixed with anticipation, not desperation mixed with fear. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not empty for you, it's intentional, it's prepared, it's carrying a meaning that will make sense of your waiting. Listen to this, because I need you to hear this as if God Himself is speaking directly to you. I did not keep you single to withhold love from you, I kept you single to protect you until love could meet you correctly. Don't scroll, because I am not late, and neither is what I am bringing. Listen to this, because what is meant for you will arrive when it can stay, not when it can just excite you for a moment. Don't scroll, because peace is your confirmation now, and if your heart feels calm as you read this, that's your sign that you're ready. Listen to this, because you don't have to. Search for what's aligned, it will find you, and this Christmas carries that promise quietly but powerfully. Don't scroll, because the universe hasn't forgotten you, it's been preparing you, and what's coming will honor the person you've become, not test the wounds you've healed. Don't scroll. Stay with me and listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now, especially if you've been feeling calm on the surface but reflective underneath, because that feeling isn't emptiness, it's preparation, and I need you to hear this clearly. The reason this Christmas is different for you is because you are different, and the universe responds to who you have become, not who you used to be. Listen to this, because the waiting you've experienced wasn't wasted time, it was sacred time, time where your soul was learning discernment, patience, and self-respect, and those qualities are not delays to love, they are invitations to the right kind of love. Don't scroll, because while you were becoming more grounded, more emotionally aware, and more comfortable in your own presence, the universe was quietly aligning someone who could meet you at that same level, someone who wouldn't be intimidated by your growth, confused by your boundaries, or threatened by your peace. Listen to this, because soulmate connections don't arrive when we are desperate for companionship, they arrive when we are steady enough to recognize them without fear. Don't scroll, because if you look back now, you'll notice that the people who faded from your life had to fade, not because they were bad, but because they could not walk into the next season with you, and God does not carry people forward who would slow your becoming. Listen to this, because Christmas carries an energy of reflection and revelation, and for you it is revealing that you are no longer willing to accept love that feels uncertain, inconsistent, or draining, and that decision alone shifted your entire timeline. Don't scroll, because angel numbers have been following you as quiet confirmations, 111 appearing when new possibilities cross your mind, 222 when you're reminded that balance is returning, 333 when you feel supported even without answers, 444 when you sense protection in your solitude. These are signs saying you are exactly where you need to be. Listen to this, because the universe does not ask someone to wait without giving reassurance along the way. Don't scroll, because there is someone whose path is now aligning with yours, someone who has done their own inner work, faced their own shadows, and learned what they truly want from love, and the reason you couldn't meet them before is because you both needed to arrive as your true selves, not as versions shaped by fear or wounds. Listen to this, because love aligned with destiny does not rush in loudly, it arrives gently, like recognition, like familiarity, like calm understanding. And that calm will feel different if you've known love through intensity and uncertainty. Don't scroll, because intensity is not the same as depth, and the universe has been teaching you the difference. Listen to this, because depth feels safe, it feels steady, it feels like you can breathe without worrying what comes next, and that is the kind of connection approaching you now. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not about proving anything, it's about receiving what matches your growth, and what's coming will not ask you to shrink, perform, or explain your worth, it will see you clearly from the start. Listen to this, because you've learned to listen to your intuition instead of ignoring it, and intuition is the language of the soul, and your soul has been saying, wait just a little longer, not out of fear, but out of trust. Don't scroll, because trust is what allows miracles to arrive without resistance. Listen to this, because the universe works fastest when you stop forcing outcomes and start allowing alignment. And allowing does not mean giving up, it means believing that what is meant for you will find you. Don't scroll, because you may notice small shifts around you now, conversations opening unexpectedly, opportunities appearing effortlessly. moments of connection that feel light instead of heavy, and these are signs that the energy around you is changing. Listen to this, because Christmas carries a frequency of softened hearts, forgiveness, and new beginnings. And for you, that frequency is aligned with love that is ready, mature, and intentional. Don't scroll. Because what's approaching you will not come with confusion or mixed signals. It will be clear, consistent, and respectful, and that clarity is not boring, it's safe. Listen to this, because safety allows love to grow instead of burn out, and that's why patience was required. Don't scroll, because the universe does not repeat lessons you've already learned. It brings new experiences that reflect your evolution, and you have evolved. Even if you didn't realize it at the time. Listen to this. Because you are no longer searching for someone to fill a space, you are open to someone who can share space, and that shift is powerful. Don't scroll, because the soulmate energy moving toward you is drawn to your peace, your authenticity, and your emotional presence, not to who you were when you were lonely. Listen to this, because peace attracts differently than need, and you've been cultivating peace quietly. Don't scroll. Because this Christmas is not about grand gestures or dramatic moments, it's about sincerity, mutual interest, and steady connection, and when it begins, it may feel simple, but it will deepen with time. Listen to this, because love that lasts does not need to rush to prove itself. Don't scroll, because if doubt tries to surface, reminding you of times you hoped and were disappointed, remember this. You are not repeating the past, you are stepping into a new chapter written by a wiser version of you. Listen to this, because God does not withhold blessings, He times them, and timing is what protects them. Don't scroll, because what is meant for you will arrive when it can stay, not when it can just impress you. Listen to this, because you've learned to value consistency over charm, presence over promises, and peace over passion that burns out quickly, and those values are aligning you with someone who shares them. Don't scroll, because the universe is not asking you to wait in loneliness, it's asking you to trust in preparation, and preparation is what you've been living through. Listen to this, because your heart has been protected for a reason, not to isolate you, but to prepare you for connection that honors you. Don't scroll, because if you've been feeling a quiet excitement without anxiety, a sense that something good is approaching but you're not desperate for it, that's alignment. Listen to this, because alignment feels calm, not frantic. Don't scroll, because this Christmas carries a meeting, a moment, or a shift that will make sense of your waiting, and when it happens, you'll understand why you needed to become who you are now before meeting who's coming. Listen to this, because I need you to hear this as if God Himself is speaking directly to you. I did not keep you single to deny you love, I kept you single to protect you until love could meet you in truth. Don't scroll, because I am not late, and neither is what I am bringing. Listen to this, because what is aligned with your soul will arrive with peace, clarity, and intention, and if your heart feels calm reading this, that's your confirmation that you're ready. Don't scroll, because the universe hasn't forgotten you. It has been preparing you, and this Christmas carries the beginning of a connection that honors the person you've become. Don't scroll, stay with me and listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now, especially if you've reached a place where you're no longer begging the universe for love but you still quietly hope it finds you, because that quiet hope is not weakness, it's faith matured by patience, and I need you to hear this clearly. This Christmas is carrying a shift not because of the season itself, but because of who you have become while waiting. Listen to this, because the universe responds to readiness, not loneliness, and readiness looks like emotional stability, self-respect, and the ability to receive without fear, and you've been building that slowly, often without realizing it. Don't scroll, because the days you spent alone, the nights you questioned timing, the moments you chose peace over chasing someone who couldn't meet you, all of that shaped the energy you carry now, and that energy is magnetic to aligned love. Listen to this, because the reason past connections didn't last wasn't because you failed, it was because they couldn't grow with the version of you that was emerging, and God does not anchor your future to people who are only meant to teach you lessons. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not about repeating cycles. It's about closing them, and when cycles close, something new has room to begin. Listen to this, because the soulmate energy approaching you is not looking for someone to save them or complete them, they are looking for someone who stands whole, grounded, and open, and that is who you are now. Don't scroll, because you've learned to enjoy your own company, to sit in silence without fear, to trust your intuition instead of ignoring it, and those are signs of spiritual maturity. Listen to this. Because spiritual maturity attracts different experiences, it doesn't pull drama, it pulls depth, it doesn't pull chaos, it pulls clarity. Don't scroll, because angel numbers have been appearing as gentle encouragements, 555 showing up when change feels inevitable, 777 when you feel spiritually supported even without answers, 888 when emotional balance is returning, 999 when something is ending to make space for a higher beginning. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that the universe is actively working with you. Listen to this, because the universe does not send signs without movement, and movement is happening now, quietly but intentionally. Don't scroll, because while you were learning how to trust yourself, someone else was learning how to show up authentically, and the reason your paths didn't cross before is because alignment requires timing on both sides, and timing cannot be forced. Listen to this, because love aligned with destiny doesn't rush. It arrives when both hearts can meet without projection, without fear, without unfinished healing spilling into the connection. Don't scroll, because the connection approaching you will not feel like emotional turbulence, it will feel steady, curious, and grounded, and that steadiness might feel unfamiliar if you've only known love through intensity, but peace is the new signal. Listen to this, because peace allows love to grow roots, not just sparks. Don't scroll, because this Christmas energy is not about dramatic confessions or movie-style moments, it's about sincerity, presence, and mutual interest, and that kind of beginning often feels simple at first, but simplicity is not lack of depth, it's the absence of chaos. Listen to this, because you've learned that attraction without safety fades quickly, but connection built on safety deepens with time. Don't scroll, because the universe has been teaching you discernment, helping you recognize the difference between excitement that drains you and interest that nourishes you, and that discernment is why what's coming will feel different from before. Listen to this, because you are no longer drawn to potential, you are drawn to consistency, effort, and emotional availability, and those qualities are now being mirrored back to you. Don't scroll, because this Christmas may bring a moment that seems ordinary to others but feels significant to you, a conversation that flows effortlessly, a meeting that feels familiar, a connection that doesn't demand anything from you but offers curiosity and respect, and you'll know in that moment that something has shifted. Listen to this, because soul-aligned connections don't overwhelm, they reassure, they don't rush, they pace themselves. Don't scroll, because patience is no longer something you're forcing, it's something you've embodied, and embodied patience attracts outcomes that last. Listen to this, because the universe does not reward desperation, it responds to alignment. And alignment is what you've been cultivating quietly. Don't scroll, Because you may notice that you're less attached to timelines now, less anxious about when love will arrive, and more trusting that it will arrive when it's meant to, and that trust is powerful. Listen to this, because trust allows you to receive without resistance, and resistance is what blocks blessings. Don't scroll, because the person coming into your life will not test your worth, they will recognize it, they will not confuse you, they will communicate clearly, and they will not rush you, they will respect your pace. Listen to this, because respect is one of the clearest signs of aligned love, and aligned love feels calm, not uncertain. Don't scroll, because the universe has been rearranging circumstances, timing encounters, and aligning paths without your effort, and that's why this feels easier than before. Listen to this, because ease does not mean lack of meaning, it means flow, and flow is how alignment moves. Don't scroll, because the waiting season taught you something important. You don't need to search for love to deserve it, you don't need to prove your value to be chosen, and you don't need to rush to avoid being left behind. Listen to this, because nothing meant for you will require you to abandon your peace. Don't scroll, because peace is the confirmation now, and if your heart feels calm reading this, that's your sign that you're aligned with what's coming. Listen to this, because this Christmas is not empty for you. It's intentional, it's prepared, and it's carrying a connection that will meet you where you are, not where you were. Don't scroll, because I need you to hear this as if God Himself is speaking directly to you. I did not keep you waiting to make you suffer, I kept you waiting to prepare you. I was protecting your heart while shaping your future. Don't scroll, because I am not late, and neither is the love I am bringing into your life. Listen to this, because what is meant for you will arrive when it can stay, not when it can simply excite you for a moment. Don't scroll, because if this message resonates with you, if your heart feels steady and hopeful at the same time, that is confirmation, and I want you to hold that feeling without rushing it. Listen to this, because you are stepping into a season where love does not ask you to be smaller, quieter, or less. It meets you as you are and grows with you. Don't scroll, because this Christmas carries the beginning of something that honors your patience, respects your boundaries, and aligns with your peace, and when it unfolds, you will understand why every moment of waiting mattered, why every ending protected you, and why becoming whole on your own was the greatest preparation of all. Don't scroll. Stay right here and listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now, not because you are missing something, but because something is about to arrive, and I want you to hear this with stillness and trust, because the final stage before alignment always feels quieter than expected, and that quiet you're feeling now is not emptiness, it is readiness. It is the universe creating space so what is meant for you can enter without resistance. Listen to this, because this Christmas is not just another holiday season you have to get through alone, it is a spiritual threshold for you, a moment where your past, your healing, and your future meet in perfect timing, and the reason it feels different is because you are different. Don't scroll, because you are no longer operating from longing or lack, you are operating from self-respect, peace, and emotional clarity, and those qualities shift everything. Listen to this, because the universe responds to who you are being, not just what you are wanting, and you have been becoming someone who can receive love without fear, without anxiety, without losing yourself. Don't scroll, because the waiting season refined you, it taught you how to sit with yourself, how to enjoy your own presence, how to trust God even when answers were delayed, and that trust is what unlocks the next chapter. Listen to this, because while you were learning patience, the universe was aligning details you could not control, places, conversations, timing, and hearts, and none of it was random. Don't scroll, because the person coming into your life is not arriving to fix you, rescue you, or fill a void. They are arriving to recognize you, to meet you, to walk with you in the wholeness you've cultivated, and that's why this connection will feel calm instead of consuming. Listen to this, because calm does not mean less passion, it means less fear. And fear is what used to make love feel intense and unstable. Don't scroll. Because you've outgrown that, you've learned that love doesn't have to hurt to be meaningful, and that lesson was necessary for what's coming. Listen to this, because angel numbers have been showing up not as entertainment, but as reassurance. 111 reminding you that new beginnings are opening, 222 telling you that balance is returning, 333 confirming that you are divinely supported, 444 assuring you that you are protected even when you don't know what's next. These signs are saying, stay open. Stay present, don't scroll, because the universe does not speak without action following, and action is building quietly now. Listen to this, because this Christmas energy is not about dramatic romance or instant certainty, it is about sincerity, curiosity, and emotional availability, and that kind of beginning often feels gentle, almost ordinary at first, but ordinary is where real love grows. Don't scroll, because real love does not overwhelm your nervous system, it soothes it, and soothing is what you've been craving without realizing it. Listen to this, because the reason you had to learn how to be okay alone was not to keep you alone, it was to make sure you never settle again. Don't scroll, because you are no longer attracted to potential, you are attracted to presence, effort, and consistency, and those qualities are now aligning with you. Listen to this, because consistency is not boring, it is safe. And safety is what allows intimacy to deepen. Don't scroll, because this Christmas may bring a meeting that feels unexpectedly easy, a conversation that flows without effort, a connection that doesn't make you question yourself, and that ease is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Listen to this, because when something is aligned, it doesn't require you to overthink, it simply feels right. Don't scroll, because you've learned to listen to your intuition instead of silencing it. And your intuition has been guiding you here, to this moment of readiness. Listen to this, because readiness does not mean knowing exactly what will happen, it means trusting that whatever happens will not break you. Don't scroll, because the universe is no longer testing your patience, it is responding to it, and response looks like opportunity, encounter, and connection. Listen to this, because you may notice subtle shifts now, invitations you didn't expect, paths crossing at just the right moment, conversations opening naturally, and these are signs that alignment is moving from the spiritual into the physical. Don't scroll, because your job is not to force outcomes, it is to stay open and present, and openness is what allows miracles to land softly. Listen to this, because God does not bring love into chaos, He brings it into peace, and peace is what you've been cultivating quietly. Don't scroll, because this is the season where your heart no longer needs to brace itself, it gets to relax. Listen to this, because the person entering your life will not make you feel like you need to prove anything. They will meet you with curiosity, respect, and interest, and you will feel seen without effort. Don't scroll, because effortlessness does not mean lack of intention, it means alignment. Listen to this, because aligned love does not rush, it unfolds, and unfolding is what makes it sustainable. Don't scroll, because the universe values longevity over intensity, depth over drama. And you've learned to value that too. Listen to this, because the growth you did while single was not invisible, it was foundational, it created the emotional stability that will support what's coming. Don't scroll, because if doubt tries to whisper that you've waited too long, that everyone else is ahead, that love somehow skipped you, remember this. Divine timing does not operate on comparison, it operates on readiness. Listen to this, because you are not late, you are aligned. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not about catching up, it is about arriving at the right place, the right energy, the right version of yourself. Listen to this, because arriving does not always come with fireworks, sometimes it comes with peace, and peace is the greatest confirmation of all. Don't scroll, because the universe has been preparing you for a love that does not shake your foundation, it rests on it. Listen to this, because that kind of love stays. Don't scroll, because I need you to hear this as if God Himself is speaking directly to you now. I did not walk you through seasons of solitude to abandon you, I walked you through them to prepare you. I shaped your heart so it could recognize what is real, I strengthened your spirit so it would not accept less than what aligns with you. Don't scroll, because I am bringing you connection that matches your growth, not your wounds. Listen to this, because what is meant for you will not arrive with confusion, it will arrive with clarity, calm, and purpose. Don't scroll, because if your heart feels steady reading this, that is your sign. Listen to this, because steadiness is readiness, and readiness invites blessing. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not empty, it is intentional, it is prepared, and it is carrying a meeting, a shift, or a beginning that will make sense of everything you walked through alone, and when it unfolds, you will understand that the waiting was not delay, it was divine preparation, and love did not forget you. It was being timed perfectly for who you have become. Don't scroll, stay with me until the very last breath of this message, because this is for you, and your heart needs this right now, and I want you to receive these words slowly, gently, like they are being spoken directly into your spirit, because this is the moment where everything comes together, where waiting turns into understanding, where hope turns into peace, and where faith turns into fulfillment. And listen to this carefully as if God Himself is speaking to you right now. I have walked with you through every quiet night, every holiday you smiled through while feeling alone, every moment you wondered if love had passed you by, and I want you to know this with certainty. Nothing about your journey was a mistake, nothing about your waiting was wasted, and nothing about your heart was overlooked. Don't scroll, because the love you have been preparing for is not imaginary, it is not late, and it is not confused, it is real, it is aligned, and it is already moving toward you in ways you cannot yet see. Listen to this, because the reason this Christmas carries such a powerful energy for you is not because of lights or music or tradition, but because you are finally ready to receive without fear, without desperation, without shrinking yourself to be chosen, and that readiness is what I have been shaping in you all along. Don't scroll, because I know there were times you felt forgotten, times you questioned your worth, times you wondered why it seemed easier for everyone else, but hear me now louder than those doubts. I was protecting you, I was guiding you, and I was preparing something that could stay. Listen to this, because love that lasts does not arrive when you are lonely, it arrives when you are whole, and you have become whole in ways you didn't even notice, through patience, through self-respect, through choosing peace over chaos again and again. Don't scroll, because the person coming into your life is not meant to rescue you from emptiness. They are meant to walk with you in fullness, to recognize you, to honor you, and to choose you clearly, and that is why timing mattered so much. Listen to this, because I do not bring blessings into lives that are not ready to hold them, and you are ready now, not perfect, but grounded, not fearless, but faithful. Don't scroll, because the signs you've been seeing were never random, the angel numbers, the sudden calm, the quiet excitement without anxiety. These were confirmations saying, stay open, stay present, trust me, listen to this, because what is meant for you does not need to be chased, it will find you when you are aligned, and alignment is exactly where you stand right now. Don't scroll, because this Christmas is not about filling a seat at the table, it's about feeling seen, recognized, and chosen in a way that feels safe, and when this unfolds, it will not shake your foundation, it will rest on it. Listen to this, because peace is the language of aligned love. Not confusion, not emotional highs and lows, not fear of loss, but peace mixed with joy, peace mixed with curiosity, peace mixed with excitement. Don't scroll, because I know you've waited longer than you wanted to, I know you've been strong longer than you thought you could be, and I know there were moments you almost gave up believing, but you didn't, and that matters. Listen to this, because nothing meant for you will miss you, nothing aligned with your soul will arrive late, and nothing real will ask you to abandon your peace. Don't scroll, because the chapter you are stepping into now is not built on proving yourself, it is built on being received, and being received feels different, it feels calm, it feels steady, it feels like home. Listen to this, because you will recognize it not by intensity, but by clarity, not by urgency, but by intention. Don't scroll, because I want you to remember this when your mind tries to rush the process or compare your life to others. I am not working on anyone else's timeline for you, I am working on yours, and I do not make mistakes. Listen to this, because love is not something you missed, it is something that was being prepared, and preparation takes time when it is meant to last. Don't scroll, because you are not behind, you are aligned, you are not forgotten, you are protected, and you are not alone. Listen to this, because the next connection you experience will not require you to overthink, overgive, or overexplain. It will meet you with effort, honesty, and respect, and you will feel your shoulders relax instead of your chest tighten. Don't scroll, because that relaxation is your confirmation, that calm is your sign. Listen to this, because I have seen your heart, I know how deeply you love, how sincerely you hope, and how bravely you kept going even when it hurt, and I am telling you now, as clearly as I can. I did not teach you patience to leave you empty, I taught you patience to bring you something real. Don't scroll, because this season is about trust being rewarded, faith being honored, and love arriving in a form that matches who you have become. Listen to this, because you are stepping into a chapter where you no longer question your worth, you experience it, and that experience will change how you see everything. Don't scroll, because what comes next will not erase your past, it will make sense of it. Every ending, every delay, every quiet night will finally have context. Listen to this, because when you look back, you will understand that even your loneliness was guiding you, even your waiting was shaping you, and even your doubts were leading you to deeper faith. Don't scroll, because if your heart feels steady and emotional at the same time right now, that is recognition, that is your soul saying, this is true. Listen to this, because I am asking you to participate in this alignment, not just hear it. And if this message resonated with you, if you felt seen, comforted, or confirmed, I want you to comment, I receive this, and claim it. Speaking it anchors it. Don't scroll, because staying connected matters in this season, and if you want to continue receiving messages meant to guide you, reassure you, and remind you that you are not walking alone, subscribe to this channel now and stay close. Listen to this, because the journey is not over, it is unfolding, and what I am bringing into your life will not confuse you, it will confirm you, it will not drain you, it will restore you, and it will not rush you, it will honor you. Don't scroll, because I am with you, I have always been with you, and I am leading you toward a love that feels like peace, truth, and home. So rest your heart, trust my timing, and step forward knowing that this Christmas is not empty. It is divinely prepared for you.